Hi, Michael Stone here. We have a new course starting next week called Transforming Stress, Anxiety, and Overwhelm. And when I was working with a client today, she was looking at an issue from the past that was still causing her stress, something that had happened a long time ago, and that it would come up and she would get all anxious and stressed about it. And we had a really lively conversation, and I realized that we can transform stressful situations that are showing up from our past that are in our present. And I looked at my own situation and I was thinking about a situation. It was very, very stressful, very hard for me in the town that I lived in. A person that I hardly knew had just started to connect with, and she had heard some stories about me that were all untrue, but they were brutal. And she was a prominent person in the town, and she started telling these stories. I mean, really horrible stories. And people who knew me, you know, said that can't be true, but it affected a lot of people. And I was really stressed, and the stress continued on. I finally even left the area because it was so stressful. And I started looking at that after I was working with a client, and I had done my inner work and I had done a lot of work on this, but I hadn't really gotten underneath the situation. What is it that caused the stress? Because I know what my intention was and is, and I know who I am. And yet, this slander that was happening to me was really causing me stress. And some other people heard about it, and it caused a lot of problems. And so I was really looking at that lately, and I saw underneath that is this inauthenticity that I have about wanting to be loved and admired. Now, we all want that a lot. And the problem is when you're a public person like I am, not everybody's going to like you. But there's this part of me that really wants to be liked by everyone, wants to be loved. And I sat with that today and really did some of the work that I'm going to be doing in the course to go back and deconstruct that and look at what are the things underneath that that continue to cause me to be many times inauthentic or not speaking up about something for fear of being slandered or abandoned or something like that. And this is old wounding from way before the slander happened. In fact, it was early childhood, and I was able to locate situations in my early childhood and my family where I could see exactly where that came. And there was this expansion of capacity, a feeling of, oh, you know what? I don't have to prove myself. I'm 75 years old. I don't need to prove myself to anyone. I love my work. I love working with people. And I love doing the deep inner work, the shadow work that we all need to increase our capacity to be with life, because life has a lot of challenges and they're going to continue. Big challenges in the world, not just our personal challenges. So I hope you'll join us for the upcoming Transforming Stress, Anxiety, and Overwhelm course and really get underneath this thing we call stress and learn some tools to help you expand your capacity to hold the speed of change and the many things that are happening in our world today that are stressful if you look at them a certain way. And in another way, we could use them to grow and learn and expand our consciousness. And that spreads also.